Happy to be on the show.
Excellent.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Cool, man. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I may sound a little weird, but man,
The Rones. Could be
gosh,
the Rones.
it's horrible, man. You know, I have kids, so they get sick, and then that's it. Everybody gets sick.
They bring home everything, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Bunch of little germ balls.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, it's like they're like a petri dish.
Exactly. Right.
All right, let me grab this link. All right. And Strange, what's up, man? How you feeling today, bro?
Oh man, I'm good, man. You know, we're above the freezing mark here in New York, so I can't be mad at that, you know. Thaw out a little bit.
Yes, seriously. I mean, I live in Florida now, so I used to live in New York. So man, you know, I look back at those days and whoo, I did not enjoy those freezing days.
No. And I mean, we've had, this is the first day in maybe 2 weeks that we're above the freezing mark.
Oh,
yeah. So it's been pretty brutal, man. We're breaking records with that crap, man. So
no bueno, bro. No bueno.
We feel you too.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know why Twitter here. I call it Twitter. Twitter is not it's not letting me. Yeah, it's not letting me do it. Here, hold on. Let me try one more time. For whatever reason, it's just acting up. Okay, there. I just have to exit out and go back in. All right, I'm gonna tag you guys. All right.
All right.
All right. Cool. All right.
I'll retweet it when you send it.
Okay, bet. All right. All right. All right. I know. Okay. So, sorry, guys.
No problem. Take your time, man.
All right. I'm just feeling so jacked up. I have a slight fever, so that's gonna be.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
You sure you're all right? You sure you're all right? You got this?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. It's never better, bro. I work better when I have fever, man.
Yeah.
He's feeling as cold as us in Florida.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. It's going out right now.
I was gonna say, I'm on your Twitter page. I don't see nothing.
Yeah, me either. Not yet.
No. Okay. It's going out right now. And sorry. There. I've got Joe on it. Okay, tagged. Is that cool?
Yep.
All right,
Yeah, we only have one really. One Twitter.
All right, bet. Okay.
Hey, you know, I'm gonna just, you know, set it off real quick and just come out with a confession real quick. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes this channel unique. We off the cuff. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's planned. There's a lot of planned things, but there's a lot of unplanned things, man. I'm gonna just say, I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say I don't know what happened, but I didn't know who you guys was before we came on tonight. You know what I'm saying? You told me your name. I didn't know who you was, man. So I'm like, who are these guys? What are they about? You know what I'm saying? So he tells me, and then as soon as the camera comes on and you guys are on, I'm sitting here like, oh, I know who these guys are. But the thing is I subbed to your channel a long time ago. I'm pretty sure
Really?
it was like over a month.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely over a month. But I haven't seen you guys. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I didn't turn the notification bell on. I don't know what happened, but I have not seen. I don't know, you know, the algorithm. You know how the algorithm is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It forces you to some people and it hides you other people. But I'm definitely familiar with your channel. As soon as you came on, I'm like, oh snap! Like, I just feel like it's, you know, a family member I haven't seen in a couple of years or something. Like, I'm like, yeah, man, how you guys been, man?
It's been
It
good.
looks like you're part of the superstar fam then, which is great to hear.
Superstar Dokta Strange.
That's it.
That's
But
right.
we started like, I think it was January the 3rd. We started the channel.
We started
So
the Veve stuff, yeah.
the Veve stuff. So it's we're kind of new in terms of putting out the videos, but we've had some pretty good growth, and we're pretty happy right now. And we're having a lot of fun doing it. Every day we post a video, so it's been a lot of fun actually. I wasn't sure what to expect when we first started doing this, but you know, look, we love Veve already. We were already part of it before. We're like, you might as well just share our thoughts, talk about it, right, with the community.
It's a space right now that I think not too many people know about, so it's got a lot of space to grow. I mean, going forward, once people discover Veve, the more people that discover it, they're going to be searching on YouTube, what's a Veve? how do I get a Superman, like something like that, right? So that's the kind of content we want to put out there where we can help people who are just finding Veve, and also, of course, be part of the community with everybody who's already in.
Yeah, man, absolutely. That's, you know, I have a similar story, man. But you know what? Let's just get right into it. Look, everybody in the chat, we've got Superstar Money in the building. We're going to be interviewing them, YouTube personalities. But we're going to dive deep. We're going to dive deep. We're going to get to know everything about them, you know, their blood type, all types of stuff. So, all right. If you are not familiar with their channel, I just put a link to their channel in the chat. It's pinned. So feel free to go and check them out, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show some support for the Veve fam. And if you like free stuff, we got a giveaway thanks to John G tomorrow. Physical collectibles, right? We got a surprise. We have some physical cards, some baseball cards, but it's also a surprise element in there. And also we're going to have the Iron Fist raffle on Friday and an Opensea giveaway on Friday. So again, if you like free stuff, join the free Discord, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, all right, Superstar Money. I don't know if you guys have seen like the layout really, but you know what? We're gonna go with it right here. The first question is where, and you know what? We'll go with Rob first. Where were your parents born?
So my father was actually born in Argentina, and my mother was born here, but my family has an Italian heritage. So my grandparents were born in Italy, and then they came here to Canada, in Toronto. So I've been here ever since. I've never left the city to live anywhere else.
Do you speak Spanish?
I do not. My dad speaks fluent Spanish, but I do not.
Okay.
I never picked it up.
And what about you, Joe?
Yeah, I'm similar, but not Argentinian. Now, my father's born in Italy, and then my mom's born here in Canada. So I've been here ever since as well, and never been back to the homeland. So definitely on the to-do list, but COVID had other plans, you know.
Yeah, I know. Seriously.
Yeah.
And how'd you guys meet?
So my fiance is actually Joe's sister. That's how we met.
my brother-in-law.
That's right.
Family, bro.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Very
Superstar
cool.
fan.
Yeah,
So you guys just sat down and were like, hey man, you know what? We love Veve. You know what? Who put who on to Veve first?
Joseph could take
Joe.
that one.
Yeah. I was in a little bit earlier. I got in during the Disney Golden Moments, and then I didn't even know what I was dealing with at the time. It was just like, it was fun, like that you can win the drops. So then we would have every weekend, we'd have lunch, and I'd be showing this guy. At first he's like, what is this? What is, just like everybody's first reaction, right? And then eventually I'm like, okay, whatever, throw in $100, see what happens. And I think he didn't win something for a long time. It took him a while to actually get in. He thought his phone was a little bit older generation. Maybe that's what it was. But once he got in, I've never seen anything like this from this guy. He's been all in research mode. He's a analytical genius and perfect fit for the team.
So
Awesome.
I actually updated my phone, and it seemed to do the trick.
Oh.
That's all. So now if I need an update, I got to make sure I update it because it helps make sure everything runs smooth, you know.
Yeah.
What are you rocking with right now? Your phone?
So I'm an iPhone 7 Plus, but he's souped up. What do you have? You have
Yeah,
the
I
newest
got the
one,
13 Pro Max. So I'm ready to go.
Ready to
So
go.
when you say souped up, what do you mean, sir?
Well, I mean that he has the best phone that he can get at the time. I don't know what it is now though. What's better than that right now?
Said the phone you had, and then you said, but she's souped up. Like
No,
you
but
did
his is souped up. Like, as in it's better.
okay.
It's better.
All right. I got you. Okay.
I put aluminum foil around my phone, and then
And your head. Don't forget your head.
and I connect the wire.
You get the 5G.
Yo, lock it in 100%, baby.
Tether gate.
Well,
Tether
I've
gate.
always wondered, does processing power must matter?
Oh,
Absolutely.
these phones.
absolutely. It's everything. It's everything.
Mhm.
It's
So
everything.
you must have an
Other than-
advantage, not
Other
Yeah.
than your server connection and your ping, which I learned from Joe. I would let him speak on that. He's an expert in the pings and stuff. But yeah, man, it definitely starts with the processor. I mean, I've even been considering taking the film off of this phone just for during drops, because I wonder if a little little sliver of a second is lost in translation between the film and the glass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
it's very
It's
well.
that detailed.
It's
Bro,
on, it's on
Yeah.
there, but I still question. So, because sometimes I catch it at the right angle and I could see it's a little something, there. But
Yeah.
then, so, all right. So, what about toys, man? What toys were you guys into at first? First, go with Rob when you were kids.
So probably the little army guys was the earliest toy I remember playing with. The little green army guys. I had a
Yeah,
whole box of them.
Yeah.
And then I was quite imaginative as a kid. I moved into like Bionicles, Crazy Bones. I mean, this was way back. And I had some WWE. Like at the time, it was WWF. I had some of those characters, like a Hulk Hogan. It was pure rubber. These toys, they were pure rubber. Still, I held on to those ones. I still have them in the basement somewhere. So yeah.
Next round, they got to come out. Next round, you got to bring them out.
Bro.
Yeah, I gotta find them. I know they're there. I gotta find them.
Can't let the mom throw those ones out.
Yeah. It's in her basement, so I gotta go back and get it now.
And what about you, Joe?
So I was big into action figures when I was younger. So I guess Veve makes sense. I had a lot of WWF action figures. They're like Attitude Era type guys, like Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, that era. Then also the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Every time I went in Toys R Us, my mom, I said, I have to buy a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Probably have every single one somewhere at her house. But big action figure guy when I was younger.
Bet.
What about you guys? I'm curious because I see that you have that shirt on. Were you always a comic book guy or?
Yeah, man. A matter of fact, Dokta Strange, he gifted me this shirt. It's my favorite comic book. Amazing Fantasy issue 15 is the first appearance of Spider-Man. Matter of fact, I forgot for every interview, I bring out a physical collectible. This is the Amazing Spider-Man Annual 1. This is the very first annual that ever came out. First appearance of the Sinister Six. So I figured I go with this because it was going to be a group of us. So I'm like, yo, we're gonna go deep.
Double
we're gonna go deep.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
so yeah,
we
man,
just learned what annuals were yesterday.
Oh, man.
We're complete
Yeah,
nerds when it comes to that.
Annual 16, right? It's coming out.
Yeah,
So that's the first one. So yeah, man.
So Doctor Strange, you too? You're a comic book guy too?
Yeah,
Or
growing up, man. Every week, I'd take my allowance or the money I would make from delivering papers. I was a paper boy.
Oh.
And man, every week my stationery store would have a new set of comics on the little spinning stand rack. And I was there getting them. Other than that, man, I have my G.I. Joes, my He-Man figures, my Transformers, the WWF figures. I had the ring, all of that stuff, man. I was into all of that, man. Cards since a young age, and I was back and board in my comics since a young age. Like, it wasn't even a thing yet, so people, other kids thought I was kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? like OCD, but back then that wasn't recognized yet. So it was like, what is wrong with this guy, But
yeah, you
You
had to
have
get
them
them all.
still. If he has them still, he's laughing.
yeah.
Shout out to John G in the chat. Very dope. Also, anybody, I've got a link to Superstar Money pinned in the chat. If you're not subscribed to them already, go subscribe. Hurry back because you're gonna miss the juice. So, all right, Superstar Money. What about cartoons? What kind of cartoons did you guys watch growing up?
Joey, why don't you take this one
Yeah,
first?
I guess I don't know. I was the Saturday morning cartoon guy, right? So it was Bugs Bunny, that type of stuff. I guess Bugs Bunny's my major cartoon when I was younger.
Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Man. I mean, bro, I think everybody we've interviewed has said, Looney Tunes type.
That's my answer.
Yeah, the theme song, everything, right? It's like classic. That's classic
Yeah.
nostalgia. I wonder if they're gonna come to Veve eventually.
Oh yeah, man.
Just the icon with like Porky the Pig busting out alone, they could use. Like if you're gonna give us a Ghostbusters logo, I could definitely see a Looney Tunes logo.
That would be cool.
Yo, for real. What about you, Rob?
Not too right.
I think the earliest I remember was Power Rangers, but I can't remember the age now, but I did wake up every Saturday morning. I watched like 3 straight. Based on my age, I don't know if that was probably the most popular at the time. But I remember like was it Digimon, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh. It's the memory is shady.
Pokemon. Obviously, Pokemon.
Pokemon for sure. That was after school. That was after school. I had that. So I think I was just a little bit earlier or a little bit later than Joe, and Looney Tunes was a little bit more popular. When I was a kid, it wasn't really on TV. Afterwards, I'd come on, turn it on. I wouldn't really see that. It wasn't really the mainstream thing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Right. So what about like video games, you know, at that age? What kind of systems, or did you own systems, or did you have to like go to your boy's house to play? Yeah.
No, my parents got me I had a GameCube. That was, or actually I think I had the first one that was there because I have an older brother. It was an N64. I didn't really have a lot of time to use it, but the one that I really first remember playing a lot was the GameCube, the Wind Waker Zelda, which was a great game. I think I revisited it later on, and I had to play it again. Right?
Still sick. Yeah, it still holds up.
I was big video game guy too. But I guess I'm aging myself over Rob here with the regular Nintendo with the Duck Hunt, and
yeah, bro.
That's probably the earliest memory I have is the Duck Hunt. And then we went through SNES and PS1, PS2, PS3. And actually, the last system I bought was the PS4. I actually haven't had time since we've been married and whatnot for the PS5, but eventually.
I know.
Yeah, man. I stopped at PS4, and it took me a long time to even get that. I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm. So what about movies?
Collecting dust. My bad.
What about movies, Joe?
So movies, I guess I was, like I said, I was big into the Ninja Turtles when I was younger. So when those movies were coming out, like I had to be there. And everything else, like I think Rob is more of a superhero guy than I am, but I've been trying to recently in the near term, trying to get back into the Marvel stuff, and I'm trying to watch it in that chronological order. So like I'm not, Vivi's also been influence on this, right? Because I see it, and that's all you see every day. You're scrolling through your phone. I'm like, I gotta watch these things. So I'm in Agent Carter now. I finished the Captain America one, and then I'm in the Agent Carter series. I know I don't have to watch it, but I kind of like it. So
interesting. So are you going to even? I mean, if you're going to watch that, then that means you're already committing to a couple of seasons of Agents of Shield. Then
yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing the whole thing.
I knew he was all the way because I'm not even that deep with Agent Carter. I couldn't do it. There's a couple I'm missing, like Daredevil, which is actually good, but I'm still, you got a lot to cover though. You got what's the Luke Cage one? What's the Luke Cage show called?
Yeah, it's not, no, the Punisher's the other one. It's the other one where he has like super strength, right?
That's the other one, right?
Yeah,
I gotta watch that too. I heard that's really good. I'm stuck over
the
here
timing.
watching.
The timing is the hard part now. Now we make videos every day. It's tough.
That's the problem. We need downloads like the Matrix. Just
put that in our head.
That's what. 2 seconds.
I wouldn't mind that. I've never I know people that would watch movies maybe like 3-4 times a week. Like every week they're watching a movie and they love rewatching movies they've already seen. I've never been the biggest movie guy, but I've definitely stayed on top of all the Disney and Marvel shows. So like you talked about Luke Cage and Daredevil. I'm weird, right? Like I actually haven't seen every single episode, but I've seen enough percentage of each season that I kind of know what happens. For some of them, for some of the less popular ones, for definitely all the new ones, I've seen all, like anything on Disney Plus. I've seen. And that's why when, for example, the latest comic book that's coming out when it first came out, I remember I told Joe, I'm like, Monica Rambeau, she was just in WandaVision, because I watch anything that's coming out now, I'm watching for sure. So but yeah, like growing up, I would love Disney, any Disney shows. I love Marvel, and it just just random movies along the way. I don't think I've ever committed myself to one genre. It's always been, you know, your good movie comes out, you go, you watch it, or, you know, nowadays, whatever, you can get it on Netflix, Disney Plus. If it's something that people are really like on top of and they enjoy, I'll probably end up watching it eventually.
So there's a decent amount of years between in age between you guys, right?
Yeah,
What
I
is it,
think
7?
like
Yeah.
maybe with you 5 or 6. It's my sister, I'm 7, and you're older than her.
Yeah, so 6.
Yeah.
1 year older, so it's 6.
6 years.
It's interesting though, because you know, in just 6 years' time, you can really miss a lot. Like, let's say from 85, and then you add on 6 years, now you're already in 91, right?
Yeah.
And that's a big culture shift. There's a big difference between movies made in 85 and 91. Like that, and that gap was very important even in movies. Like that's basically saying Joe grew up in a very pure, genuine horror flick era. Like whenever you talk about Jason and all of this stuff, Freddy, he grew up seeing those movies come out at that time. The first one, the second one, you know, whereas someone else, just by the time they're even aware and at the age to even care, they were already on like Jason Part 5. And it's like, I'm not watching that. I mean, I'm trying to have the first thing of my generation to latch on to. And it's funny how only 5 or 6 years could do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I was never in comics to start. Like I know definitely I have friends that are older than both of us, and you know, comic books were, for them, it was one thing that was big at their time, right? And I don't know if when you guys were growing up, comic
That was
books were
my
the
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our time. Yeah.
So for us, I don't know, Joe, maybe you're different, but for me at least, I didn't know anybody growing
Same.
up in elementary school who had comic books. I didn't know anybody.
And this is an important dynamic because this is the problem that I'm starting to see with sports cards. Is that was my and Joe's era as well.
Yeah.
So even if I was already in the spirit and flow of taking care of my comics, I'm not gonna be a knucklehead, not take care of my cards too. But back then I kind of knew that these cards were common because I was going anywhere and finding them. And then it was like, oh, so once you hit like 90 something, it just changed over a little bit to where cards weren't everywhere. And it was like you kind of had to be into the hobby and know where a shop was to get cards. And it kind of changed over. The comics kind of changed like that too. You know, at some point, this stuff just all funneled into stores, like hobby stores, you know, comic stores. You couldn't just walk in a stationery store and just grab a pack or comic here. You know, it changed. But that's the danger I think we're in is back in my time, an older person that, you know, you're trying to tell them like comic books is popping, you know, they might not believe you, but yet they could walk into a library, a McDonald's, any public place and see a kid literally sitting there reading a comic book or ripping a pack of cards open. Whereas now, and for the last 15 plus years, I ain't seen it. I ain't, you know, so anyone, so I believe it when people are like, I didn't grow up, I'm not into comics that are, and this is why the cinematic universe is needed to almost rehash and rekindle and introduce and serve all these different things for Marvel and all these people because it's timeless stuff that shouldn't be forgotten. But it's sad that us as the way we are as human beings, we honestly don't respect and revere or have enough time to really dig into the past properly. You know what I'm saying? And people miss a lot by not doing that because
it's a good point. Like Big Collectibles, we know he owns comic books. I don't have any physical ones, but I have some virtual ones now. I can read them, right?